Why take that extra risk and put myself out there? Why express a little bit of that vulnerability when I could just be that serious person like everyone else? And there's a couple of ways we can approach the question of why before we jump a little bit more into the how. One of those ways is through a very simple, very important, very dumb question. Okay. So I want you to answer this for me, but would you rather do something that is fun or not fun?
I feel like I'm being tricked, but I would rather do something.
Yeah. And for those of you listening, I'm guessing your first reaction was fun. That's why I said it's a very dumb question, right? Because it's like 99.9% of humans say fun. But it's a very important question because it stands to reason then if everyone chooses they would rather do something fun over not fun, if you were to then make, say, your emails a little bit more fun by putting a little joke at the bottom of them, would people be more likely to read them? Right? They were, in my case. If you were to start to use a little bit more storytelling or more interesting images in your presentations, would people be more likely to pay attention? If, as a leader, you started to incorporate a little bit more fun in your daily interactions with people or in your weekly kind of check-in meetings with your team and all that kind of stuff, would they start to be more engaged? If you were to find ways to make your own work just a little bit more fun, I'm not talking about like go stand-up comedy levels worth of it, but just find ways to make it a little bit more exciting and a little bit more fun, would you be engaged and want to do it better? And the answer is yes, right? The research shows us that there are all these tremendous benefits to using humor in the workplace, ranging from increasing productivity to reducing stress to increasing perceived likability to leaders who use humor, particularly in difficult situations, are seen as on top of things and in control. Whether or not they actually are, they're just perceived that way. People who use humor effectively are seen as more attractive. They're often given more job opportunities. Like there's so many of these individual different benefits, and it goes down to that reality that people want to do things that are more fun. And so that's why this is so important to do well. That's why I mean it as a competitive advantage, because like if you think about two people who are pretty equally qualified for a job, and one of them is engaging and you like spending time with them and you go to a meeting with them and you're actually looking forward to it, versus the other person is about as engaging as a brick wall, you're going to naturally find yourself going to that person that's more exciting. And so that's the reason to do it well.